Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. His background is in Vale Tudo. At 5 feet, 10 inches tall, he weighed officially 134 and 1/2 pounds. His professional record outstanding with 9 victories, just 1 defeat and 1 draw. He fights out of Kouvola, Finland. Here is Toni "Dynamite" Tauru! And across the cage, his opponent stands fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 7 inches tall. He too weighed in 134 and 1/2 pounds. In 10 professional bouts, his record stands at 8 victories. With 2 defeats, he fights out of and represents Harrow, London, England. Here is Capcom, Cory Tait! Once again, Mark Goddard with the final instruction.
Cory.
Okay, gentlemen, you both understand the rules. You know what I expect. Keep yourself protected at all times. If I say stop, you stop. Touch gloves. Let's do this.
A tense stare down there. Tauru in the red, Tait in the black and blue. Vacant bantamweight title on the line. Brad Wharton, Josh Palmer, privileged to call the action for you this evening. Live around the world and of course on Channel 4. Tauru takes the center of the cage.
Tauru's got to find a way inside the striking of Cory Tait.
Well, we said there'd be no surprises in this one, but Tauru coming out with a leg kick caught me a little off guard.
See, the downside of the flashy techniques that Cory Tait throws is it just allows a bit more of an opening in the time frame for Toni Tauru to dive in, close the distance and grab a hold of him. But right now the Finn keeping it standing and doing some good work on the feet.
Tauru slipped off the body kick there. Tait, though, patient, taking his time. Expect spinning back kicks, flying knees, crescent kicks. Scored knockouts with all of them.
You can see 2 or 3 times now. Cory Tait has already flinched the hip. He's showing the feints, but there's Tauru closing the distance. Strong whizzer and overhook. And Cory Tait almost throwing Tauru into the cage.
Tauru applying the pressure.
Oh, and the grab of the cage saved Cory Tait there. Tauru looked to change the angle.
And Mark Goddard just warning Cory Tait there once more. And a point will be taken.
Bit of an involuntary reflex from him, but it is illegal nonetheless. Tauru staying tight here, really looking to make this body lock count.
Oh, and he rags his man to the ground, but Tait reverses.
What a transition, looking for a triangle.
Tauru attacking the leg here.
Yeah, hunting a leg lock, but you can see Tait has got all his weight sat down on it and able to disengage.
Phenomenal stuff from Cory Tait there.
Yeah, what a scramble that was.
We thought if Tauru could get hold of him and take him to the ground, that's where he'd be in trouble. Well, Tait survives the first encounter.
It's one thing to get hold of the guy and put him on the ground. You've then got to keep him there. And someone as dynamic and as energetic as Cory Tait, that's no mean feat. His intention from the moment his back hits the canvas is going to be attack you, scramble, or get back up, as we saw there.
Beautiful side kick to the body from Tait. Moments ago, Tauru again going for that takedown.
Yeah, searching. He's got to be careful not to overcommit too early or get too disheartened.
Nice leg kicks from Tait. And Josh, perhaps a little unfair of us to say that this is a purely striker versus grappler matchup. Both men well versed in all areas. Both men have their specialties, but we're seeing a little bit of everything here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, realistically, you look at, you know, what as a fighter going into a match, you look at what the dominant style is. Where are you going to be able to put your skill set to where the guy is weakest? And that's really where these two flesh out. But of course, it doesn't always play that way in fights.
Well, there's a couple of strikes from Toni Tauru to get on the inside and secure the second takedown of the fight for him. We'd love to hear your predictions for this one on social media. Use the hashtag CWFC72.
Stay relaxed.
Tauru with top half guard here. You can see that right instep over Cory Tait's left thigh. He's going to look to pin the leg and try and free his other, try and progress this position. Although right now he's just sitting his weight down on it and trying to strike, but make no mistake, he's going to look to try and progress this position at some point.
Stay busy, guys. Improve that position. You want to stay there, work.
Marc Goddard stamping his authority on the bout.
Fingers out that glove.
You don't have to be landing fight-ending shots. You do have to be doing enough to improve the position.
You see it there, Tauru trying to pass that guard. Cory Tait retaining the half guard, but his shoulders are flat on the canvas here. And that's going to really limit some of the movement he can do. He needs to get on that left hip. Start fighting with his right arm.
Marc Goddard's issued a final warning. Tauru doing his level best to get something from this.
The problem is, as soon as Tauru looks to progress, it's going to create the smallest of opening for Cory Tait to explode, as we see him trying to hit into a transition here.
Tait looking for the neck.
Oh, going for a guillotine
Tait
again.
looking for a guillotine here.
I can't see how deep the grip is. Stepping the mount. Toni Tauru's got to get a defense in here.
Cory Tait is cranking on the neck of Toni Tauru. Marc Goddard taking a close look at this. Tauru on his knees.
You see
Final 10 seconds.
Yeah, you see how Tauru has to bail out to his back there. He has to give up the subservient position just to protect the choke.
Relax, Cory. Stop relaxing.
Stop.
Could you imagine if Cory Tait submitted Toni Tauru in the first round? That would have been a turn-up for the books.
Yeah, I mean, what a statement from Cory Tait in that opening round. Did everything he wanted to do. Probably didn't land as much striking offense as he would have liked, but really defended everything Toni Tauru wanted to do, as we'll see in the replays here.
As we take a look at some of the stuff he did do, nice body kicks from both men. Tauru just slipping off his. And a couple of punches thrown to get on the inside.
Really good, strong wrestling defense. I know he's been working a lot of his wrestling. This was a fantastic reversal.
Phenomenal stuff here from these two young men. Tauru attacking the leg. Nice combination from Tauru there. Those punches landed, allowed him to set up the takedown, and here we see Tait once again hipping out.
Cory Tait with a lot of an explosion through his hips in those fundamentals. The same power that he gets into his spinning kicks, he can use to generate power from the mat in those transitions.
Well, 4 more rounds of that will go down just fine here in Newport. Tauru taking the middle of the cage. Tait with a scything leg kick.
I guarantee the fact that Tauru wants to close the distance is the reason we haven't seen Cory Tait throw anything ridiculously ostentatious or dynamic yet.
Nice leg kick from Tait. Tauru, though, charges him.
Connecting well, but he's got to try and get a hold of the hips. Upper body clinch at the moment.
Tauru again trying to wrap his man's body up. He's made no secret about where he wants this fight to take place.
Yeah, looking to get that forehead to work, drive into the cheekbone of Cory Tait. It's not just going to make it unpleasant, it is going to off-balance the Londoner as well.
Do some of the position, guys, don't hold.
And again, Marc Goddard asking for improvement. This time from Toni Tauru. Tauru throwing up a knee, just keeping Tait honest there against the fence. Tait's corner team delivering instructions.
You can see Toni Tauru is trying to connect hip to hip with his slightly lower than Cory Tait's,
Improve that position. You want to
so
stay
that when he
there,
stands
you
up
really
straight and
focus on something.
explodes
Let's
and really
work.
arches his back, gets all the lift he wants to take his man off his feet.
There's the break from Marc Goddard. You got the feeling it will become a bit of a stalemate there. Back in the center of the cage, Tait again launching the kicks. Tauru coming forward with punches. Overhand right from Tait. A knee behind it. Business picking up here at Cage Warriors 72. Tauru looks like he's getting into a bit of a habit here of throwing 2 punches when he's closing the distance. The advantage Tait's going to have there is that he's so dynamic, his shots are literally coming from every angle, every limb.
And the movement of Cory Tait is really forcing Toni Tauru to chase after him. That's getting tiring. The swings and the misses are getting tiring, as are the stuffed takedown attempts. And the clinch wrestling up against the cage. Cardio is really going to play a factor here soon.
Let's take a look now at the replay as Cory Tait took one low. Accidental, of course. Yeah, Tait was throwing the straight front kick to the body. It was a counter attempt, but pretty much the exact same strike from Tauru, and just caught Tait on the cup. He had 5 minutes, he elected not to take them. We're back underway here in the second round. Tauru with the body kick there, keeping Tait guessing.
I really just appreciated the wingspan of Toni Tauru. His limb length really is something.
Oh, big knee from Tauru, that connected. Tauru flurrying to the body.
His short shots to the body.
He's got to be careful here though. Tait had that tight grip on his neck.
Doesn't seem to have bothered Cory Tait too much, is he?
Capoeira style kick from Tait there, planted the hand, swung the leg up. Again going for the tie clinch, but Tait sticking to his man. Tauru sticking to his man like glue.
See how he has to drive the hips in there to really eliminate the chance of those knees coming straight up the center and his head getting brought down to meet them.
Nice short elbow attempt there by Tait, didn't land sweetly.
Oh!
Big shot from Toni Tauru. Tauru diving in for a finish.
Well, side control, let's see if he looks to progress here. It's exactly the kind of position he wants.
Tauru pinning the arm. Tait could be in trouble here, Josh.
Toni Tauru's never TKO'd anybody, but I don't think he's going to start now, looking to go to work on the ground here. But all this time is time for Cory Tait to recover.
Forearm across the throat, making it really uncomfortable for Cory Tait. Tell him to retain guard. Tauru dropping punches. Got to be careful of the up kicks there as he dives into the guard of Tait.
Yeah, Tauru looking at pass guard again. You know, this is where perhaps the methodical grappling style does fail you a little bit. When time is tight, you sometimes just have to take a chance and really push for the submissions, jump on them at every opportunity, and always trying to diligently move your way forward. Sometimes just takes a little bit too long.
Well, you have to figure that this is where Tauru's wanted the fight. A bit of rubber guard being played by Tait though.
Yeah, he's going to try and walk his legs up higher, but Tauru wise to it. And that's going to give him a lot of confidence, the closing stages of this second round.
Tait briefly closing the guard. But we will go into round 3. A small cut on the face of Cory Tait, but he pops up looking fully recovered. Interesting stuff here as we head to the third round, but first let's take a brief look back at some of the action from the second. A kick to the body from Tait, and the punch is coming from wild angles.
Yeah, Toni Tauru forced to chase Cory Tait for a lot of this fight. A few found their way through, and following up with these knees.
2 big knees
started
there.
To pay dividends.
And a flurry to the body too from Toni Tauru. There's the attempted capoeira kick.
This will be the knee that hurt him. Flush
Big
on the
shot
chin.
from Tauru. Big shot, they call him dynamite. He certainly looked to explode on the chin of Cory Tait there.
I wonder if that significant action, it is a big cut under the right eye of Cory Tait. Just being worked on by our cut men. I'd be curious to see if he took that round on the judges' scorecards. I think he may have done enough.
Round 3 of 5 underway. It's been a enthralling contest so far. Oh, Tauru clips his man with the right hand. Tait going to the body. Tauru's landing shots here, Josh.
Yeah, starting to have a bit more self-belief in his strikes. Doesn't want to get too careless with them. But right now, he's definitely got Cory Tait wobbled.
Oh, Tait with a question mark in there. Head kick from Cory Tait.
Just about got the glove in the way, but some of that concussive force is still going to find its way through to the chin of the Finn.
Tait stalking his man down against the side of the cage, throws a kick to the body that time. Tait comes back with an overhand punch. Another explosion of strikes there.
I love how ugly Toni Tauru is making this in the clinch. You know, Cory Tait might want to throw these crisp punches or these, you know, just fluid, beautiful spinning strikes, but Toni Tauru is getting inside, he's making it a dogfight, and he's really starting to worry the Englishman now on the inside, and that, of course, has given him the entry to get this clinch position he so desperately wants.
And this is really Tauru's wheelhouse now. He can grind away all day.
I love the grip from Tauru. Watch this left knee perhaps come right up the outside. There we go.
Josh Nostradamus Palmer, we're going to have to start calling you. Actually has a nice ring to it, I think.
Toni Tauru again, staying tight.
Don't hold that position, guys. Stay busy or improve. Keep working.
But as you hear the referee, Mark Goddard, he's got to keep working here. And I don't think he wants to give up that grip of Cory Tait's right arm that he's got. It's got a lot of potential to be useful to him here. I think he just needs to up the work rate with these strikes, perhaps.
Nice knee to the body there from Tauru. Halfway through this third round, could be heading into the championship frames.
Last time, guys, stay busy.
Be a first for both men.
Stay there, work.
Tait has fought for domestic titles before, but only over 3 rounds. Tait relentless and eventually gets his takedown.
Yeah,
Tauru, beg my pardon.
Tauru needs to step that right leg all the way over. I mean, he can move to the left and take a side control position, or he can look to go straight to an aggressive mount. There we go, see, right leg coming over. Straight to the mount or the back mount, depending on what Cory Tait decides to do with his hips.
Plenty of time for Toni Tauru to work here. Slips into side control, looks to step over the head.
I can't see what he's working with the far arm, but there's a lot of options for him. Cory Tait did a really good job in the second round, re-establishing the guard position.
Tried to lock his man down there, but Tauru firmly in control now. Plenty of options for the Finn.
This is one of those positions where Tauru's energy systems are just going to be so much more accustomed. Oh, triangle! Tauru has got to climb his head high here.
Switches to the armbar.
And that is deep. Tauru
Big slam from Toni Tauru. Slams his way out of the armbar.
You'd normally say that, you know, fundamentally that's the wrong thing to do, but Tauru knew what he was doing. He managed to get his hips up. Knew that he could free the crook of his elbow, but loved the attention of Cory Tait, didn't waste any time, got back to guard, attacked the triangle, attacked the armbar, still very much in it, even from flat of his back.
Just under a minute to go in this third round. Championship round still to come, unless one of these men can do something in the next 40 seconds.
Good elbows from the bottom from Cory Tait. I love this technique of pushing on the head and letting the elbow slip through. Generates a surprising amount of force.
Classic Tito Ortiz move. He used to sit inside the guard and do that all day. Tait utilising the same technique from the bottom position. And it looks like Tauru is going to ride this round out. That cut on Tait's cheek looks deep, Josh.
Yeah, something for our cutmen to attend to.
Fortunately, the blood not going into the eye of Tait, but that cut may become an issue. The deeper this fight goes, we've got another possible 10 minutes.
There you can see immediately the corner of Cory Tait, the hemostatic agents on the swab going into the cut. They'll then get a barrier of Vaseline over the top.
Let's take a look at some of the action from the third round. Toni Tauru unloading on the feet here, something we really didn't expect to see. Not everything landing.
Yeah, but getting inside, making it ugly, and fighting his way through to a clinch.
Body kick there by Tauru. Tait winged that big overhand, didn't find a home though. Love the short elbow from the Finn, and a beautiful takedown, Josh.
Yeah, that whizzer, this was the lovely armbar attempt. You see, didn't quite have his legs over the top of Tauru's head. If he'd had that grip, he could have bitten down, curled his legs, and really broken the posture of Toni Tauru. That would have made that escape so much harder. But just a little bit too loose for Cory Tait there.
We move into the championship rounds here at Cage Warriors 72. New territory for Cory Tait and Toni Tauru. This will be the first time either of them have seen round 4.
You just get the feeling momentum in this fight may have swung a little bit towards Toni Tauru, perhaps taking the last 2 rounds.
Looking at the conversation on social media, a lot of people giving Toni Tauru all 3 of the first frames. Be interesting to see what our judges come up with should it go the full 25 minutes. Oh, nice shots from Tauru. And again, he closed his man down on the cage.
And this is where it does start to get a little bit frustrating for Cory Tait. The other fighter is slowing the pace down, really starting to grind and just wear on you. He's making you carry his weight. Doesn't look like there's a lot of action in this position, but both of these guys will be applying a lot of pressures to each other constantly, tensing all their musculature.
Fighters warned again in that position to improve.
I mean, I wonder if Cory Tait needs to start trying to force these breaks a bit more here, trying to break off, circle to the outside, and really try and get some of his striking going.
Tauru again uses the shots to close the distance. Tait tries to find his way out.
Tait down. Move to the back, changed angles, just dropped Cory Tait to the canvas again. Now looking to hop round to side control, but gets caught in half guard here.
Toni Dynamite Tauru, perhaps Josh starting to run away with this one.
Yeah, as we've said, it's methodical grappling, and it may have took him a little bit of time to get it going, but he seems to have his game plan in full swing here, and he's got Cory Capcom Tait well and truly sussed at this point.
Tauru looking more than comfortable on the feet as well, Josh, it has to be said.
Work from that position, guys. You want to stay there and improve. I want you to move, or I will stand you up.
And again, Mark Goddard asking for a little bit more. We've seen a few breaks already in this fight. We may be about to see another if Toni Tauru can't improve this position.
Yes, good, man. Good. Keep that going forward. Keep that going.
Last time, guys, move, work.
Final warning.
Yeah, Toni Tauru has freed the half guard, threw into side control, again looking to pin that near arm. Really is progressing this position now.
Tait's corner telling him to turn to the left. Nothing doing though for the young man from London.
He's trying to re-establish guard because he's got quite long limbs, and that makes it very hard to sneak those legs back in front of his opponent. He's got to really escape his hips a lot further than he has at the moment. Toni Tauru's got to stay busy though. Does have a dominant position, but he needs to make sure he's using it.
And if you talk about the victory in moral terms, Josh, you have to give it to Tauru at this point. He really has been able to shut down the dynamic striking of Tait.
Oh, looking to go to the back, bit of a scramble as he ended with a mount position.
Looks like he might just get it, Josh.
You see Cory Tait trying to wrap that ankle as Tauru reins in a few strikes here, looking to move straight to the back.
Oh, how slick was that? Toni Tauru takes the back of Cory Tait.
If there's one thing this man has, it is back control. 5 of his last 6 wins have been by rear naked choke from this very position. He knows exactly the sequence he wants to go through in his head. It doesn't change.
Toni Tauru's got the neck. This could be the beginning of the end, Josh.
The time is his enemy here.
47 seconds to go.
He's got the body triangle, which is going to make it very unpleasant for Cory Tait. He's squeezing the whole time. Even if he doesn't get the choke, he's going to be severely winding his opponent to move into the next and final round. Oh, he's under. Is he under?
This looks tight, Josh. This could be it.
Solid squeeze. See if Tauru adjusts his grip. The whole time he's going to be arching
He's
his
locked
hips
at the
in.
arms. There's the squeeze. And there's the submission. Toni Tauru submits Cory Tait in the championship rounds. Dynamite just went boom.
It's one thing to say you can submit guys by rear naked choke, but when you can do it over and over again, they know that's what you're going to do, and you can still pull it off. That's something quite impressive.
Toni Tauru soaking in the adulation of the fans. Here in Newport, we have a new bantamweight world champion. Let's take a look at some of the action from that final frame. Tauru, picture perfect takedown. He really was starting to run away with it at that point. Passing into side control was the fin. Tait here looking to scramble, rolling the dice on that escape, and the numbers did not come good for him. Tauru with the body triangle, switches to pin the arm, shades of BJ Penn. Tauru with the big squeeze, there's the submission, and just like that, Cage Warriors has a new bantamweight champion of the world. And we will throw it to Joe Martinez in the cage to make the result official as we crown a new bantamweight world champion here in Newport, Wales at Cage Warriors 72. Here's Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time. 4 minutes, 49 seconds, round number 4. Submission by rear naked choke, your winner. And now the newly crowned CWFC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Toni Dynamite Tauru!
Toni Tauru, the new champion, is with Josh Palmer.